solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Tiffany Boyd, the mother.
Sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
Kenneth Price Jr. biological father.
All right, and for representing the state,
Luis Regla.
we have a suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support arrearage. We're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
Judge, the state's abandoning the request to modify, so we'll proceed only on the confirmation of arrears.
All right, do we have stipulations, the
No,
arrearages
Judge.
and so forth?
No, Judge.
Oh, it's more than just the arrearage, the pay rate to the arrearage then, is that right?
Mr. Price, did you disagree with the state's balances as far as what you owe as of March 31st?
Yes, I object.
You object to what the balances are or what the payout is?
Oh, you talking about what was your question? Repeat your question again.
My question is, did you disagree with how much our pay record shows you owe?
I haven't seen nothing I owe. I mean,
Judge, and for that reason, I'm going to offer what's been marked as State's Exhibit A.
I don't see nothing. Ain't nobody okay. You're just not sending me the documents.
Judge, I'm going to offer what's marked as State's Exhibit A.
Wait a minute. Only one at a time, please. Mr. Regla, do you have something?
Yes, Judge, I'm going to offer what's been marked as State's Exhibit A, a financial activity report in this case, and I ask that it be admitted.
All right, Mr. Price, have you had an opportunity to look at that financial activity report?
Yes, I disagree with it.
All right. So do you have any objections for me admitting that?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's overruled. State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call the witnesses now. I'll start with the father, Mr. Price.
All right.
Mr. Price, the last time there was a court order in this case was back in 2016, December, where you were ordered to pay $50 a month for cash medical support and child support of $300 a month beginning January 1st, 2017. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay, and today, as I stated to the court, we're going to proceed on how much you should pay towards your balances that you owe for child support arrears and medical support arrears. So far, do you understand that?
Say it again. I'm getting a lot of static in your phone. I'm hearing a whole bunch of conversations.
I'm also getting a lot of static, Mr. Regla.
It's the mother's speakerphone, I think. I'm gonna put her on mute while I ask the question.
All right, Ms. Thor, you're gonna go ahead and be you're gonna be muted while we're asking the question, so there won't be any interference there.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Regla.
Yes, Judge, I'll repeat it. And sir, what I was asking, I don't think you were able to hear me, but what I was asking was, do you recall that in the last court order, you were ordered to pay $300 a month for child support and $50 a month for medical support beginning January 1st, 2017. Do you recall that?
How much for medical, you said?
It's $50 a month in your last court order.
No, okay.
So going forward, you just said that I'm requesting you be ordered to pay $100 a month beginning May 1st towards your child support balance of $10,078. You disagree with that?
Yeah, I disagree with that.
For what?
Well, this is supposed to be, I filed for a decrease because.
Objection, Judge, non-responsive.
I asked for a decrease, not an increase. It's a decrease. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making that type of money no more.
Objection, Judge, non-responsive.
Okay, hold on a minute, Mr. Price. Hold on a minute, please. Mr. Regla, is there a suit for modification that we're dealing with, or just the motion to confirm support arrearage?
Judge, it started as a suit to modify and confirm arrears, but I have not suited the modification and only proceeding on the confirmation of arrears.
Okay, but he is saying that he is is seeking a modification.
Right.
Have you had an
Correct.
opportunity? Okay, why are you not proceeding on that?
Because it would be by less than $100 and therefore wouldn't qualify tomorrow.
Okay, do you understand that, Mr. Price?
No, I don't.
You can't modify, or what year was this? What year was this? The one you're trying to modify?
It was December of 2016.
Okay, so it's more than 3 years.
It is, but it would only be about a $40 drop in child support.
Okay,
I disagree. But my salary has it's changed tremendously since.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
sir.
Because my salary has changed tremendously since then. I was out of work. I was out of work from August.
No, we're talking about we're talking about your employment now.
Oh, my
That's
employment now.
that's what it's based on.
Right. I just started this job in January.
Okay, and so that's what your child support is based on.
Right.
Okay, so
So the numbers, so how, I'm trying to figure out how I can, he said it's a $45 difference. I mean, come up with that number.
well, all right. You want to explain that, Mr. Regular? Nobody talked to you about that? Nobody talked to you about that it wasn't going to be a difference?
Now, they reduced it. They talked to me about my child support can be reduced to $210. I have right here. What Miss Franklin had when I was speaking with Miss Franklin.
It's just we already had someone negotiate this for a very long time. He is well aware of what the figures were.
All right, sir. They told you, okay, your child support at that back in 2016 was to be $300 a month. Is that right?
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Okay. And now there's only a $40 difference in what you were making then, not $40 difference in what you're making, but $40 difference in the amount of child support that would be assessed against your current earnings. Do you understand that?
All right. Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so therefore, the law doesn't allow me to reduce it if it's only $40. Do you understand that?
I don't understand that. I guess. I don't know. $40. So it got to be how much? How much does it have to be in order to get a reduction?
It would have to be either by 20%, which is $60, or $100 from the amount from that $300. In other words, they're not going to every time you have any little difference in income, and maybe your child support, if you figure it out, would be reduced by $25 a month. Then the court is not going to entertain that, because then you'd be people would be filing lawsuits every month when their salary changed or whatever. So that's why it has to be either 20% or $100 difference. In your case, it's only $40 difference. You're muted, sir. You're muted. There you go. Now, I'm sorry.
I didn't hear the last 15 second of words you just said because everything shut down.
Okay, let me explain to you what the law says. The only way that I can change the amount of support, either up or down, if the difference is more than 20% of what your initial child support was, and your initial child support was $300, correct?
Correct.
So it would have to be like $60 more or less. Yours right now is only $40. So I can't change it. The law doesn't allow me to change it.
What about the arrears?
Well, now that's a different thing.
All right.
Okay, the rears is a different thing. What the state is doing is not going forward on the modification because I can't change it. So we're only going to talk about the arrears in this hearing. Do you understand that?
So I'm on trial for the arrears. So okay, excuse, okay, sorry, Judge.
All right.
May I speak?
Yes.
So since my filings on the modification, where did the arrears come in at me being sued for the arrears? I mean,
Well,
where did
no,
that come
sir.
in at?
It was a suit for modification of support order and a motion to confirm support arrearage because the Attorney General saw that you owed some child support. You hadn't paid all your child support. So we have to hear that and I have to make a decision on the amount of how much you owe and how much and how much it's going to take for you to be paying it back a month. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go forward on your arrearage. Go ahead, Mr. Regular.
Yes, Judge. So, sir, as of March 31st, 2022, as it's shown in the pay record, your child support arrears were $10,078.98. The state, I am proposing you be ordered to pay $100 a month. You disagree with that, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, what are you asking to pay towards these $10,000?
I'm asking to pay, I'm asking you to lower it down to $20 each.
The medical support arrears as of that same day, March 31st, 2022, are $5,904.56. Sir, I am asking that you be ordered to pay $80 a month towards that balance. What are you asking that be set at?
$20.
Judge, I'll pass this witness at this point.
Ms. Four, go ahead and unmute yourself. Do you have any questions for Mr. Price?
One second.
You're off. You
Okay, 1 second. Okay, can you hear me?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. My question is, he filed for
Wait a minute, wait a
decrease.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Do you have any questions for Mr. Price? Not for me, for Mr. Price.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
go
My
ahead. Ask
question
him
is,
a question.
Mr. Price, how are you trying to get a decrease when you are not picking up the child or seeing the child at any point of time?
Okay,
And
Miss
when the school
Four, Miss
calls
Four,
you
Miss
ignore
Four,
them.
Miss Four,
What
we're
am I
Yes.
not
gonna do?
dealing, Miss Four, we're not dealing with a modification of child support. That is not the
Okay.
question here today. All we're dealing with
Oh, I
is,
have no questions.
all
No
right,
questions, sir.
thank you. Mr. Regla, call your next
Yes.
witness.
Yes, Judge, I'll call the mother now. Miss Ford, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, and ma'am, did you agree with the state and having the court order the father to pay $100 a month towards his child support balance of over $10,000 and $80 a month towards his medical support balance of $5,900?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, and you believe this is in the best interest of the child in this case?
Yes, sir, I do.
Judge, I'll pass this witness.
all right, Mr. Price, do you have any questions of Miss Four?
Have any questions for Ms. Four?
Correct.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to figure out, okay.
Regarding your arrearage, that's what we're talking about, okay?
Right. How you expect me to pay that much amount with now a lower income? I have a lower income. So how you expect me to pay that amount?
My income has always been lower than yours, and I'm still taking care of the child every single day, even on your weekend.
That's not answering. How you expect me to pay with the salary I'm getting now? How you expect for me to pay that amount?
Get another job. You have a lot of free time.
I don't have no free time, so I ain't gonna. That's the
And your can you make it so that he can get on some kind of
Honey, can I say-
program
Ma'am,
so that he can take?
ma'am, you've answered that. You've answered the question. I don't want to hear anything except question and answer. Okay.
Okay. Get a second job, Mr. Price.
Sir, you have any other questions of her?
No, that'll be all.
Okay. Mr. Regla, do you have any other witnesses or anything
No
further?
other, no other witnesses, Judge, just the state's request for $100 a month for the child support arrears payout and $80 a month for the medical support arrears payout, both to begin May 1st.
And what is the interest on 10,078.98?
$41.47 right now.
And on the other $6,000?
$23.81.
All right. Anything further you want to say, Mr. Price?
Yes. I don't feel that this these increases is really valid because
They're
I'm
not
making
increases, sir.
money. I mean, I'm not making on the rearage. It is.
No, sir. It's not. You haven't paid that child support. You owe that child support. It's not an
No,
increase,
see,
but you
well,
owe.
see-
How do you propose to pay it back?
I mean, I'm paying it back while I'm working right now, but I'm just saying it's not.
No.
I'm not making that same amount of money. I'm
You're
still
not
paying
paying.
child
You're
support right
not
now.
paying. No, sir. You're not paying arrearages back. You're paying child support right now. Child support and cash medical support. That's all you're paying. You're not paying for your back pay that you didn't pay.
How's I'm not paying for my back pay, Judge, because they taking it out my check.
Sir, the reason that you have an arrearage is because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't pay your child support like you were supposed to. So it's added up over the years.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I understand.
That's your fault. Okay? That's your fault. You didn't pay your child support.
That, Judge.
You didn't pay your child support.
I wasn't working. But I wasn't working at the time. I was out of work at the time. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's the only reason why the child support.
That's still a court order, sir.
Right.
Technically, Ms. Four could insist that you be put in jail for not paying your child support. But that's not what's happening.
I mean,
all they're doing right now.
And then, well, that'll ruin my career. I mean, so then I won't have no job. I mean, you know, wouldn't have no job then. She wouldn't get nothing. I mean, so I don't understand how that's gonna happen. I don't understand how that'll solve anything, you know.
Well, maybe it might convince you to pay your child support.
I don't have a problem paying my child support, Judge.
You have had in the past. You owe $10,000.
But it wasn't my fault. I have been incarcerated because of that. I have been. Okay, everything is
You know, all I can see, all I can look at is the figures. All right, so the court awards arrears judgments in the following amounts: $10,078.98 for child support and $5,904.56 for cash medical support, all as of March 31st, 2021. And father's ordered to pay arrearages at the rate of $80 a month for child support, $40 a month for cash medical support beginning May 1st, 2022. All other stipulations are approved. Anything further, Mr. Regula?
Nothing further, Judge. Can they both be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you can both disconnect. We'll send you the copies of the order if you're going to sign it. If you don't, it doesn't matter. It's still a court order. Lori, did you get those figures?